Go maybe slightly right, slightly left.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Foliage Faith. Faith in the Foliage, Foliage Faith Fridays. I'm excited to talk about this new house. Our new neighbors are screaming outside. Today's Foliage Friday is all about the Diffenbachia. I actually write down all of my plant names in this house because I don't know all of their names. Diffenbachia, aka the DumbCane. We currently have two different types of Diffenbachias in our house. This is the Diffenbachia exotica, and this is the Diffenbachia cambia. I think I'm saying it wrong, but it's okay. The Diffenbachia plant is native to tropical South America, specifically Brazil. This is a herbaceous perennial plant and it's a seasonal bloomer. It has a white bloom. I have not seen any of ours bloom, but I will insert a picture of what it could look like. More than likely, it'll only bloom when it's in its native tropical environment. So there are approximately 30 different species of the Diffenbachia. My top favorites are the compacta. This is so cool. It has medium green leaves with speckled yellow in the center. The Mary has a faster growing green, light green leaves splashed with dark and creamy green. And also, finally, the Tropic Marianne, which is creamy white leaves variegated with green. So the maintenance of this plant is pretty much medium, moderate. Bright indirect light, I would not put them in directly bright light if you were to put it outdoors. During the growing season, make sure to water once or twice a week. And during the winter months, just make sure that you don't overwater him. Liquid fertilizer to fertilize the Diffenbachia probably every month, between 3 to 6 weeks. I did have to take off some of his leaves, thank you, from the other plant because they were just yellow. I was thinking that maybe it might be due to overwatering, but it also could be due for just probably like the pH level imbalance and they were just ready to go. I want to see unhappy foliage on my plants. So one thing that I really like about this plant is its stem. The stem of this plant is really thick. It kind of has a bamboo texture to it. When I was researching online about this plant, a lot of people say that they don't like the stemmy look, but I really like the stemmy look. And I kind of want to keep them a little bit more compact in the smaller pot just because I'm not ready to upgrade him to a new one yet. The leaves of this plant are ovate and they have a pointy end to them. Leaf of this specific species can grow to be about 12 inches long and the base of it could be about 20 inches in diameter. That's the right word. Diameter. Circumference, diameter. They're called the DumbCane plant for a variety of reasons. DumbCane actually refers to the toxic qualities that the plant has. Apparently there's some sap within its stem and its leaves that contain oxalate crystals. So if you were to accidentally bite into this plant, which I don't know why you would accidentally ever bite into anything that you don't need to have in your mouth, it says that if you were to ingest some part of this plant, reactions that are including stinging and burning of the mouth and throat and symptoms persisting up to 2 weeks, maybe even cause yourself to close up your throat and not be able to talk. I don't know if that's entirely true, but I'm not going to try it. Unless you want to be a mute for a while or get sick or visit the ER, you go for it. But disclaimer, I am not saying do that because that is dangerous. I would never do that. You should more than likely wear gloves because sap can irritate your skin and you might have a rash. I don't know, but these are just some things that you need to keep in mind if you were to get this type of plant. With any plants that you have, just make sure that your kids and your dogs and your animals just know their boundaries because there are some plants that are harmful to us and that would not be good. So the Diffenbachia DumbCane plant is on NASA's air purifying plants that helps purify our air, in turn absorbs all of our toxins. And that's why it's a toxic plant. So we as humans, we breathe out CO2. The plant itself absorbs the toxins that we give out and that is within our house and within our pollution. Before, when I started the video, it wasn't storming. Now it's storming and it's dark. So the oh my goodness. I was thinking about toxins and toxic. When talking about toxins and toxic people, I've had plenty of toxic people in my life. I'm pretty sure you have too. Whether it's been somebody that you've known for a long time or somebody that you barely know, whatever the case may be, I have the choice to believe that if I consume any part of this plant, it might have a negative effect on me. It could hurt me, so I'm not gonna do it, right? There's been times that somebody has said something to me about what I'm doing with my life and questioning that kind of stuff. Toxic type of negativity that you don't need at all. And there's been times before I was mature, which I'm still learning today, that person who said something negative to me or did something to purposely want to alter my state of peace, it's kind of left me dumbfounded and quiet. And just like if you were to ingest the DumbCane plant, it can have a negative effect on you. If somebody is questioning your own life and what you're doing with your life, you have every right to say, I don't really have to explain myself, because why should I explain myself? If I'm not hurting you, then what does it matter? So if somebody wants to be toxic in your life, let them continue to absorb their own toxins and take out your toxins as well. Because the DumbCane does it for me in my house. I might as well have a toxic person go ahead and take away all of my other toxins. Just strive to live with a pure heart. It takes me personally a while to get to the point that maybe that person is just like that. Maybe they're just hurting. They don't like how they're living, and so once they see that I'm living a happier life, they want to come and creep in on that and try to make me feel miserable the same way that they feel. We all have our own personal impurities and toxic natures that each one of us needs to work on. I am not perfect. I think I say that about 100 times a day. I'm not perfect, and I don't strive to be. I just strive to live with a pure, true heart. And I believe that if you live with a pure, true heart, your toxins and your sins and everything that's within you, God is going to help work that out of you. It starts inwardly, then you can just get it all out. Your plant can just absorb your toxic natures for you, and you can just live your own life. I think that that's pretty cool. Does that make any sense? A toxic person sometimes might feel like the enemy, but they're not. That's just like a lesson to be learned, is that we all have to live like how Jesus lived. Like, he loved everybody despite their flaws, despite how they treated him. Like, you just see the pure and good nature in every single person. I mean, I did not honestly know that this plant was toxic until I started doing my extra research on it. I didn't see the toxic nature in this plant, and I still don't see the toxic nature in this plant. I'm not going to see the toxic nature in any negative Nancy's, any negative person in my life who has something mean to say towards me, because that's a waste of my own energy, and I don't want to be toxic. This doesn't mean that if there's somebody toxic in your life that you have to tolerate them. It just means that you don't have to absorb their negative energy. Alright guys, so that's all I have for today's Foliage Faith. I hope it made sense to you. Let a plant absorb your toxic tendencies. A toxic person absorb it. Maybe they need to help get the toxins out of their body. Might as well just buy them a plant as well as a gift. You don't have to tell them what it's for, but just buy it for them, and maybe you'll see them as a happier person. I have a little dragonfly, because dragonflies know how to live life. Be sure to comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Be sure you hit the notification bell so you will never miss an upload. Give the video a thumbs up. Be sure to follow my blog, Instagram, and Twitter. I upload weekly with a lifestyle vlog video and a Foliage Faith Friday video. And I will see you later.
That's it. The end. Bye.
Two different Diffenbachia